All right.
Hey mate, I'm good. How are you? We're shaking
we can't
hands
do
today.
that.
We're not really supposed to
We're
do
just
that.
disinfected.
Yeah.
So we're all good. So we're joined by Tommy Arado today, who is an old school friend, I guess another fellow within the industry that's starting to adapt to change, and all of a sudden things are looking a little bit different in terms of day to day.
This is going to be the norm for a bit, I think.
That's right. So I guess this is just for as much for us to get a little bit more comfortable with doing more remote and stuff like that.
Yep.
So I understand you've got a baby due next weekend as well. So interesting time to be doing that too, but really appreciate.
It's probably a good time, to be honest, to go into a little bit of lockdown because, who knows with work and stuff. So it's good to play it by ear.
It gives you something that's like non-COVID to think about and focus on too.
100%. It was like football was a distraction last weekend. This weekend it's going to be baby. So extreme polar opposites, but I'm happy.
Okay, so for those of you who are new to working from home, and there's quite a few that we've been talking to clients and stuff for the last couple of weeks. I thought, we've talked a lot about the importance of movement and activity, and I think that's starting to sink home, that working out from home is going to be, a norm for at least.
Absolutely.
But I think one thing that probably people aren't yet prepared for are the aches and pains that can come with working from home. I think definitely you notice when you switch from an office environment to a home office environment that you are moving less, whether it be to go out at lunchtime for a walk around the park or to get your lunch, to walk to and from the train station. Even the distance you have to walk to get to the bathroom or walk to the kitchen with a colleague.
No stairs.
No stairs. So probably a lot of people within the community that are going to start to notice they're doing a lot longer hours, situated in one position at the desk. For those of you who haven't listened, have a listen to our chat with Heath Williams recently, where we talked about the ergonomic setup of a home office and what you can do there to help. But Tommy's going to sit down or take me through, I guess, like a 10-minute routine, just to really target on those spots that tend to flare up a little bit when we spend so long sitting. Tommy, what are we going to do? Lower back, hip flexors, shoulders and traps?
Basically, when you go from sitting to standing and you go, I feel old, there's those spots.
Okay.
Basically,
and the goal is, not just because the data upload rate at the moment is so poor with the Australian internet, but the goal is really to make this super quick so that, it's not about, I don't have 20 minutes, I don't have half an hour, I don't have enough time to do anything. It's like 10 minutes here while you're making your coffee, while the kettle's boiling, while you're waiting for it to cool down, or while you're waiting for the microwave to cook your lunch.
That 1 minute.
Yeah. What can we just do super quick for 10 minutes?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what we'll do is we'll chuck this bench out of the way. I'll let you kind of move me through what we're going to do. And then maybe if you just want to keep talking and let them know this is what we're doing, this is what it's called, and why we're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
All right, let's get this out of the way. I'll drag this way. So, you've got to think about, you've been sitting probably in a poor chair for a really long time.
How's that?
So, I reckon first start on your back for me. What I'm going to get Ben to do is hands out to the side, and from that position, he's going to try and tilt his pelvis into the mat.
Down?
Yeah. So bring your knees up. Perfect. You did it without me prompting you. But so he's just going to try and flatten out through here and breathe. That way, we're basically reversing the posture that we've done for like the last 4 hours at the computer, and it's giving us a nice passive stretch across the chest. And what Ben can then try and do is try and push his neck here into the mat. So keep that chin in, and you're trying to elongate your spine. That's really important because you've spent the whole time at the moment looking at your computer, shortening everything. So we're just trying to get some length. You can already feel it in his pecs. That's how tight he is. Doesn't even work at a computer. So from here, try and keep that back nice and flat against the mat, and you're going to bring your knees towards your chest, and then you can grab it. From there, really tuck them into your chest. And what you can start to do is get a gentle roll happening. So by doing this, all we're trying to do is lengthen his spine and give a little movement between the vertebrae segments there. Because you've been compressing the whole time, so this is nice and passive. Good.
How many of these might you want to me?
I do 20. Nice and quick. They're not a slow thing.
It's on that, right?
Yeah.
It is an AMRAP?
Well, actually, 20 AMRAP. So now what we're going to do is Ben's going to go arms back out nice and long, and he's going to rotate. So he's going to go to his left, like that, and hold that for 4 or 5 seconds, and then bring his legs all the way onto the other side towards me. Yeah, good. Do that twice each side. Good. Perfect. So you're probably starting to get warm, in essence. So what you're going to do now is jump up onto your knees. We're going to do like a take a knee hip flexor stretch. So yeah, perfect. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So what you're going to focus on with this one is everyone likes to get into this stretch and lean all the way forward. Doesn't really do a hell of a lot, except for hurt, really. Yeah. So what you're going to do is come back up. It's not about the length of the stretch here. What I want you then to do is he's going to squeeze this glute as hard as he can. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Now he's going to lift his right arm up and over his head. What we're doing is creating space within that anterior hip capsule, which is what gets compressed when we sit. So what you're going to do now is ever so gently lean towards me from your hips. There you go. Yeah, but the idea is you've got to keep that glute engaged the whole time. See, it doesn't have to be a massive stretch. If you're super flexible though, and that's not enough, what you can do is we'll incorporate the bench into this movement, and you can use a couch or a coffee table or anything like that. Just relax it in. And what we call this one is a couch stretch. You've probably done it before. Yeah, so he's going to put that ankle up, and once again, squeeze that glute, and just a gentle lean. Yeah, and it's really quite intense. So that's really only if the first one you're not getting a huge response out of it. You were, so I wouldn't say do that for a very long period of time. Break it. So once again, that one I would only hold that 20-30 seconds each side. Do it twice. I always think it's worth doing it twice because it's like a retest. You just see that you're slightly getting a bit more movement to there. Next, we're going to go to the old child's pose. So if you're thinking of yoga, it's all about trying to break the hips. So Benny's going to sit back on his haunches like that, but now he's going to separate his knees as far as he can apart, keeping his toes together. Nice. I want him to now, without cramping, see, he should be doing more. But there we go. So what he's going to do now is try and lean down onto the mat as far as he can, and then sit his bum down as low as he can. There we go. And in that position, I just want him to breathe for 30 seconds. He doesn't have to do it right now for 30 seconds.
Yeah. 29:30.
Yeah, wow. That was, geez, you did well. So that one's quite a good one too. Yeah. And it opens up through your adductors as well. And then what you can do to further the stretch is you actually lift your fingers up and try and breathe through that. And that just gets more lateral. Perfect. All right, after that guy, we've all seen this one done, and it's your pigeon pose. So we're going to get that one of the legs up, and what he's going to try and do is get this ankle as high up as he can to create an L.
Jesus, Tommy.
It's hard work. And so hold what's comfortable. It puts a lot of stress and strain on the knee, this one, but it is really important for your hip. So I wouldn't hold this one for too long, and I don't recommend folding down over the top of it for people that are really tight. So that's enough, seriously, and then you would just swap.
Yep.
So there we've really attacked your hips. Now what I want to have a look at is the actual, is your upper body. So we'll go to shoulders and neck. So if you want to maybe turn the camera towards me for a sec, I was going to show, if you just want to hold this one maybe. This one's really important. We've sat like this at the desk for a really long time. So head over to a wall and get your hand. Try and flatten it out against the wall like that with my elbow facing the ceiling. Don't let it turn in like that because you won't get the same type of stretch. Elbow towards the ceiling. Try and keep this nice and straight. Now what I'm going to do is turn my upper body away. That's going to give you quite a strong response from your forearms up and into your shoulder. But you've got to try and keep your palm on the wall. From here, tilt the head towards that nipple. So just a really gentle chin tuck and pull over the top, and that's actually quite a nice little neural stretch all the way down. It's going to reverse this posture and keep us nice and open. Cool. Last one. On the wall, we're really just trying to open up our lats. Once again, a massive internal rotator keeps our shoulders in. We want to really try and loosen them up. Plus, it's just good for thoracic extension. So we just want to make sure we're nice and open through there. And if you guys want to do all those stretches, we're looking at 10 minutes. Yeah, max.
So do you want to run us through the stretches again quickly and like a time domain for each?
Yeah, perfect. So I would recommend. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, you do it, buddy.
You're
so I'm cramping again.
So I really want people to lie on their backs with arms out for about a minute.
Yep.
In that, we're kind of resetting our posture and actually telling our body it's time to switch off. And I really want you to breathe really deeply into your belly for that minute, because what that will allow your body to do is relax and allow your back to kind of soften to the ground. Then 20 rocks into the chest. Keep that nice and light. You just want to feel your back out against the floor. And then straight into over to the side, 5 seconds. Over to the side, 5 seconds twice.
Yep.
We'll go from there into our hip flexor. And this one's probably a little bit longer. You really want to try and feel that glute engaging. So 30 seconds each side. So we're going 30, 30, and 30, 30. From there, same thing, down into your pigeon. And you want to be able to just hold that position. As I said, I'm not interested in people getting down over the top like this. I really want them just to focus on engaging this hip here. So once again, 30, 30, 30, 30, twice each side. And then from there, we're on to the
wall? Yeah,
no, child's pose. Child's pose, where this one is nice. I actually think try and get into this one for a minute, because it actually is, it's meant to be a breathing position to open up your lungs and open up your lat. So if you can hold this for a minute, it'd be really nice. And also you'll find the longer you hold it, the further you can sit your bum down towards your heels and towards your toes.
And you should never go so far as you have to hold your breath, right?
No, there should be no pain.
Yeah.
Like, we're doing this to kind of reverse tension. We don't want to create tension.
Yeah.
So that's really important. And then when we're on the wall, same thing. We're on the wall, same thing. When we're doing this guy, it really is just 30. You're not going to be able to tolerate much more than probably 10 to 15 seconds each side, so do it twice.
Yeah, perfect.
Easy.
All right, easy. And I'll write that out and put that in there.
Yeah, you might want to write that into a description for people.
Yeah,
that's good.
And twice a day?
Honestly, I think break up your day into 3 sections. So either exercise morning or night, and that's a routine.
Yeah.
And then you've got 2 walks during the day, and I would do this probably either post-walk or pre-walk. But yeah, it's part of that breaking it up as much as you can. But yeah, it's all about being consistent.
Yeah.
You can't just do this once a week. Like, it literally has to be every day.
Yeah.
And twice, yeah, if you can. The
Cool.
more the better.
All right, buddy.
Awesome.
Thanks. Cheers.